The Kawhi Leonard Paul George experiment needs to end. Or does it? It's now been 5 years since the Clippers traded for Paul George, and after last night, it'll be the 5th straight season where they are yet to make an NBA Finals appearance. Of course, much of this is not in their control with the injuries to Kawhi and PG, it seems like every single season, but that doesn't change the outcome regardless. The Clippers can't get it done. Kawhi is 31 and just suffered a torn meniscus, PG is 32, and Russ is 34 and a free agent. Regardless, they need to make a decision, and fast. How's it going, my friend? I'm Alexander from Load Management Media, and let's talk about it. The Clippers are seriously talented, everybody knows that. They're clearly good enough to win a championship. So what if they stick with their guys and don't blow it up? What'll probably happen? Well, let's take a look. For the upcoming season, it looks like Kawhi will be out for most of it, but PG will be back. It looks like at some point. The roster around these guys is clearly talented enough. They have a good mix of some young, promising guys like Bones and Terrence Mann, and of course older veterans like Kawhi, PG, Russ if they stick with him, and even Eric Gordon. If all goes well and Kawhi comes back before playoff time, who knows how it could really go. Everybody always says that the Clippers lack chemistry and stuff like that, but it seems like every postseason run, no matter how much somebody's been injured, all that chemistry stuff goes out the window and they all fit and play fantastically together. It's just a matter of health and injuries. So it's really all up in the air. Every season, all the time. We have no idea how Kawhi is going to come back, how long it's going to take, how that knee and leg is going to be feeling, if Paul George is still, etc. If any other Clippers happen to get hurt, for goodness sake, it seems like that's their luck. There's just so many questions. And we have the same conversation about these guys every year. It seems like when everything's going right to end the season, no matter what, something goes wrong eventually. It's just so unfortunate to see because these guys are so talented and so fun to watch. So the question is, what if they go the other direction and blow it all up? If you blow it up, you should be able to still get decent packages for both Kawhi and PG. They're injury prone 100%, everybody knows that, but there's definitely going to be teams that are going to be interested in gambling on their talent 100%. That's what the Raptors did in 2018 when Kawhi was having all those problems with the Spurs. They traded away their franchise cornerstone in DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi, and people didn't really know how that was going to go. But it gave the Raptors their first and only championship, so I think teams are going to look at that situation and see that it's still possible. The Clippers still have great young players on the roster to build around as well, like Bones, I'm super high on him, Terrence Mann, he's fantastic, he's already shown that he can contribute, and Brandon Boston is another interesting player. Even Norman Powell is still at the prime of his career, and we've seen what he can do in a playoff setting. The Clippers can have a competitive rebuild. They don't have to suck. Most of their picks are gone for the next few years because, well, they traded them all away for Paul George, but they should get a sizable amount of picks back from Kawhi and PG if they decide to trade them. And if they do trade these guys, they can finally get out of this vicious cycle of not knowing what the hell is going to go on every single season because your two best players seem to get injured all the time. And to me, it seems like all signs point to a competitive rebuild. Nobody denies the talent of Kawhi and PG, but the health factor seems like one that can't be overcome. And if they trade these two guys, this will ultimately turn the Kawhi and PG experiment into one of the greatest what-ifs in NBA history. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you want to see some more consistent NBA content talking about all kinds of different players, teams, and situations in the NBA, then this is the place for you. I'll be putting out at least one new piece of NBA content a week, so if that interests you, consider hitting a like and a sub. And as always, stay rested. See you in the next one.